plug it back in. You guys should be able to hear me on my phone mic right here. I'm not sure. And then let me plug this back in and see if it recognizes it as a microphone. Okay. Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2, test, test. Okay, so yes, you had audio, and now let me know if there's still audio as I re-plugged in the microphone. Audio works. Awesome. Awesome. Does it sound, can you hear the air conditioning rattling in here in the, we, hey kids, this is PulseRayVision coming to you live from the carpet van in somewhere in the western United States. And yeah, today is a big day. I wish I should have brought my astronaut costume to, oh yeah, that's definitely working right there. I should have brought my astronaut costume to work and threw it on here. Had the customers wondering, what is he doing? Right now, they think I'm taking a lunch break and eating a sandwich. I set up my laptop first, and my laptop was just, StreamYard was not having the hotspot for my phone. It was just acting crazy. Very hard to sign into. And so, anyways, I'm like, I'm just gonna have to go live on my phone through YouTube, which thank goodness I'm not so banned and so copyright struck that this isn't working. We had 17 minutes a second ago, so I guess we're about to 12 minutes right now. Again, like I said, left me a message was like, "Hey, we where's the keeper signed up for? Where's the keeper coming from?" And he said he couldn't figure out where the timer was, but it was like every 10 minutes. And if the nonce is wrong, it won't go through, or if it doesn't have enough pulse. But I believe I have enough pulse in all those wallets we deployed with. We'll see in just 1 second. That's right, we're drinking lunch today. That's how bad the bear market's gotten. Oh, it's 10 o'clock somewhere. Anyways, let's go back. I'm going to go back and there we go. Oh, this is so weird. It changes my audio every time I go in and out of this window. Now it works in one ear but not the other. If I go mute, just let me know, and I'll just take these off and just go live with the computer, with the phone camera or the phone mic. I can definitely hear a lot more of the background noise right now. 12 seconds right now. Let me unplug this and plug it back in again. See if it'll recognize the, yeah, so that's better audio, I think, right there. At least that's what it sounds like in my headphones. But let me know what you guys are hearing. Every time I change or move from this screen and go check, it cuts out. But today is a great day. Today's a day where we get to celebrate the journey we've been on for the last few years as a community. So what better time to hang out with you guys and find out what's going on. I wish we were streaming on X too, but I mean, I don't think you can stream with the camera on X, which is weird. Like, I think you can stream with the camera on X desktop, but not the mobile app. I could be wrong. Hopefully they fix that. Hopefully X gets really, really good at video so that we can stop using YouTube, because I swear if someone drives by with a Taylor Swift song playing, it's gonna copyright strike me. I know. Shout out to Retrostatic and shout out to Red Squirrel. They both made the suggestion. The header was acting a little funny and blocking some of the stuff on their screen they were trying to see. So we actually changed it to lock the header in place, so now it stays up top. So if people want to find the header, it's up top. But hopefully that works a lot better. Thank you for the feedback on that, Red Squirrel and Retrostatic. Let me know if you guys like the change right now. Other than that, I'm afraid to change the screen, go check on it, but 150, almost 159,000 mints is pretty amazing. That's over 1/7 of the entire circulating supply and airdrop. And as we've seen in the minting, there's 750 people that got the airdrop, or wallets that have darker matter, and 50 that have minted. So we are 700 minters shy of playing the game. Some of those people may be busy, which I can understand. They might also be touching grass or just taking a break from crypto. I totally get that too. But either way, that's what's going on. Kate Figor's in the house after Max, afternoon Max and all. Yeah, I was looking up, speaking of our friends um, that like the soccer ball games, we've got a soccer ball game coming up on Thursday where where America is playing Turkey, and they got some moves. And I'm just hoping that they, first of all, I hope that they score enough touchdowns to beat Turkey. And then I'm also, I hope that they're paying those soccer players good enough to DCA into Pulse Chain at these low prices. I don't know how much professional soccer ball players make, but I just hope it's enough, in this economy. All right. Someone in the chat, tell me what the countdown's to so I know without messing up the audio and changing those two, and ask any questions here. We had a good question from G-Fire in the general chat saying, I've minted, what do I need to do for the next, it was in 30 minutes. And I was like, cross your fingers. Not only cross your fingers and hope that you hit some of those jackpots, but hope that the jackpots are triggered, because we had this problem several times in dark matter where it was actually a much more complicated process to run the lottery on dark matter than darker matter. We had to set up a VRF, which is a virtual something something, on Base with Chainlink, and we had to fund it with Chainlink from Base. Then we had to run the VRF, which I guess is like an RNG, verify virtual random function. I don't know, art VRF. Anyways, we'd run it over there, and then something from we'd have to take a subgraph through a third party through Pulse Chain, go over to Base, find the answer, bring it back, and announce it to the blockchain and announce it to the NFTs. So there were several times where people didn't know for like a day or two whether they won the lottery, because we were tracking down which part of that chain had broken down or was missing pulse or wasn't set up right or just didn't fire for some weird reason. And yeah, this time we're using the RNG from Squirrel Swap, a native RNG, to run these, and we are everything's on chain, so that's pretty good. I want to buy more dark matter, but not going to make it for this round, unfortunately. Hopefully, I will buy enough to buy more in the round two. I've got a decent amount for the first round, so I can't really grumble. Verifiable random function. It's not virtual random function. Yeah, I think that must have been it. And I think I still have like $50 of Chainlink over there. Well, it's probably $20 now, that I haven't been able to find and retrieve from Base. So that's the problem with having too many wallets and too many accounts, is because you're like, wait, did I stake in this one? No, I staked in, no. And you start naming your wallets exactly what you're doing. I remember back in the day when Titan came out, and before I knew that Jake Sharp was part of it, and before I knew that it was a copy of Zen, I threw some money in there, and I just started naming them all, because we were all tricked into, I shouldn't say tricked into. Some people won that game. The game was how fast and how early can you mint and how fast can you dump. And a lot of people made pretty good money off of it. It took me about a year just to get my initial investment back, and that was because I staked for so long. I tried to play it the way you would play Hex, by staking long and getting the most, but it didn't work out great. So, yeah, I named one of my wallets Olivia. She's really sexy. Yeah, no, it's usually like 5-year stakes, 10-year stakes, dark matter wallet, dark matter LP, dark matter, whatever it is. It's just like, actuator farm. You got to kind of name the wallets. And then if you import them, you're screwed. You got to start all over again, because now they're account 1 seen phrase 13, and you're like, oh shoot, I don't even know what that one is. But that's what we're dealing with right now. That means that we're early. That means that if this does take off, we should all be very profitable, because someday this will be easy to do and easy to use and easy to play, and the big rich oligarch monopolies of Coke and Pepsi and Disney will show up and be running the show. NBC and Peacock, just whatever it is, the big companies will come in and suck the money out of everyone. It's just what they're really good at. Ahoy, mates! We've got Hex Tea in the house. Ahoy! All right, it's 1:31. Who's got a count on the timer? Because I think it's like 1:35 is when that counts down, and it should go straight to 11 days. In fact, I'm tempted to go switch to that, even though it might mess up my audio for a second. But I'd love to do a countdown with you guys. So good to see you, Hex D. All right, Believe in Yourself says we're down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And it may take up to 10 minutes after the clock rolls over for the keeper to hit. And if it doesn't hit after like 10 or 20 minutes, we might, something might be stuck. There might be a knot stuck somewhere we got to hunt down and fix when I get home. This is a bad thing. I didn't think about the days this would land on, and had I, thought about it, maybe I would have shortened the rounds to 7 days and had this happen every Sunday morning or sometime that was really easy to make it to my computer and make it to my studio. But it randomly falls on different days. In fact, one of the days it falls on, I think on the 4th round, it's on a Saturday. So I should definitely be there. And the 4th round is when, depending on how many people sacrifice their lottery winnings and claim e-die, it could be quite interesting to see if those are up at maximum payout or not by round 4 or 5. Yeah, so I don't know. Everyone keep an eye on there. If things don't work, I shouldn't even be jinxing myself talking about this, but if things don't work, I've got a couple hours here at this place that I got to do, and then I think that the rest of the work I can kind of do at home, some of my invoices and paperwork, but we'll see when I can get home from here, if this is it. Like, I'll just try to get home as soon as possible and do that. I don't even work tomorrow. Tomorrow we got an appointment down in Las Vegas. So if you're in Las Vegas and you want to grab lunch, hit me up. It'd be great to do a little impromptu meetup there. PulseWave vibe. Cheers, everyone. 2-minute countdown. Oh man, this is good. This is going to be good. I've been so busy with the book and so busy with the launch and so busy with trying to get the word out there that, hey guys, you guys have coins, you can mint, you can play, you can win, that I haven't even attached the original artwork from Rings of Dust to the NFT, but that will definitely be the first one that we do. I'll have to go home and get Claude to work on that, get that connected. Time for some PulseRayVision magic carpet cleaning. Speaking of magic carpet cleaning, I got a bunch of Magic Carpet Ride 369 tokens, and I'll have to reach out to Triplet Dad and ask him if it's time to pair those with liquidity. Speaking of liquidity, we've got liquidity that's gone up with Neon. We've got liquidity that's gone up with Gelato. We've got liquidity that's gone up with PulseX. We've got liquidity that has also gone up with another token. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, there's a bunch of tokens, a bunch of liquidity added recently. Some of it big, some of it small. $100 here, $400 there. And so you'll be eating less slippage as you buy and sell going forward. However, I did see the The mystery box did sell about $100 darker yesterday to buy a couple coins that pair some liquidity. So even though it did bring the price of darker down a little bit, overall, I think it's connected to some good. Oh, that feels better on my neck. It feels it will be better on our magic carpet ride going forward, as rising tide lifts all ships, is what they say, right? So, yeah, another sip of the old protein shake for lunch. Mm. All right, we've got to be down to the final minutes. I've jabbered on long enough. I mean, I'm tempted to go there, but I'm gonna just let you guys tell me when it goes down to zero, how long it takes to switch to another countdown, and let me know if that next countdown is 11 days. If not, we might have to tweak something there. I mean, I will probably beat left to the computer, but that still might be a few hours, and it would be great if this thing just shot off and everyone started hitting the jackpot and getting 333 darker, which is insane, absolutely insane. And then we'll see who wants to go for the E-die and who wants to go for the darker matter. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm so tempted to just pull up the other one, but like I said, every time I touch my screen or go to a different screen on my phone, it just jacks up the audio. So yeah, 137. I'm guessing it had to have counted down by now. I mean, you guys are probably yelling into your phone 10, 9, 8, but I'm not seeing it, and I'm basically blind except for YouTube comments right now. So let me know. It should be a zeros by now. We're at 137. I think it was like 137, 138. But I'll just take another pull of my protein shake there and wait to see. I'll wait for updates from chat, because that's what I'm waiting for. Okay, it's now at 10:23:57:44. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's the next 11 days right there, minus 16 seconds. That's good. That's great. So now that the timer's restarted, that's good. That's good news. That's counting down to the next jackpot for round 2, and that also is counting down for you guys to mint if you want to round 2. And so I think we're going to see quite a few people minting in round 2, especially because they only have 11 days to do so, and because I think there's people that are going to hope for a jackpot of 666 next time instead of 333. So if anyone has hit the jackpot, as soon as someone sees a jackpot win, let us know in chat to let us know if the jackpot fired off. Like I said, it could take up to 10 minutes for the keeper to run, and hopefully it's a different keeper than the one that's been doing the E-die conversion. That E-die conversion has been happening every 2-3 hours like clockwork, just slowly filling up the all the money we have in E-die. What's the E-die up to? I think this morning when I checked it, it was at like 3,700 E-die, $3,700 of E-die. Yeah, let me know. So like out of the 59,000 that were minted, 5% of that went to the E-die converter, and then the taxes did, and that came out to about $3,700. In this next one, let's say that it's half of the last one, give or take, then that means there'd be half sold into the E-die converter, which would take the E-die converter from $3,700 to like $1,800 or something like that for the next one for people to claim. And then really it goes a lot on the tax and like minting at round 3, round 4, round 5. I think a lot of people are going to check to see if they won the. First of all, you got to check to see if you won the jackpot, and you got to claim or sacrifice. And then I can see a lot of people just locking in the 180 days, which is technically 169 days, because we give you credit for those 11 days that you just waited, that you're waiting very patiently, or no, so you already waited, leading up to this one, and starting to hit that 100x bonus from the treasury and get a piece of those liquid dark tokens in the 180-day bonus pool. Jonathan Paul says the 11-day countdown is happening now. My brother from another mother, that's awesome. I'm just waiting. Yo, believe in yourself. I'm waiting to see if anyone has hit the lottery. If the lottery's been, announced, it should actually show up on the lottery page, on the jackpot page, when it announces, because it should, show how much it's paid out, and it should actually change how much is in the lottery, depending on how many people claim and sacrifice. And as people sacrifice, the rollover amount should grow, because every time someone sacrifices, it should be rolled over into the next jackpot. Right now, the only rollovers we had were what was less than 333 for a whole winner. So it was like 250, I think, before I started this. I have the jackpot page up. It's not showing winners yet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Like I said, it could take 10 minutes if it's working correctly for the keeper to run. It could take 3 or 4 hours if I got to go home and get violent with the computer, or with the blockchain. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it worked as intended, and it doesn't need a nudge. If it does need a nudge, it'll probably be something as simple as clearing a nonce and running the function again, or turning a keeper on and off that is set to automatically run. A lot of people in this community have minted 1,000 or more round ones, and so for those people, they've got a very good chance of hitting a jackpot. Not a sure win, but they should definitely have a pretty good chance. I mean, you have a 1 in 740 chance, so 1,000 really kind of puts you to where it's you're kind of got the sweet spot. All right, does all 37 E-die get distributed sacrifices in round 1? No, I believe 20%. 20% of the E-die gets distributed. It was supposed to be every 11 days. However, I believe that it actually allows you to claim every time that the Make It Rain button is hit, or every time that the E-die conversion keeper is hit. So every time money hits that account, you can go claim your amount, depending on how many sacrifices there are. Which hopefully someone doesn't beat everyone else at sacrificing and then just claim that whole 20% themselves before anyone else gets a chance to. I don't know. We're gonna have to check and see how that works out. But either way, 20% I believe is what it gives out every time it gets paid. And then, so I mean, if you get paid like a fraction of a penny, fraction of a penny, fraction of a penny, based on your share of the E-die pool, then it's probably not worth claiming that often until it like piles up and makes it worth going and claiming. Kind of like the LP farms in No Permissions, or Homie Don't Play That, or Emit farms, or the Neon Nexion farms. So yeah, that'll be 20% will be distributed, which is about $700 right now, $720. Maybe it's $740. I'm not sure, but like I said, every time it gets paid, it resets that pool. And I don't know if it waits for everyone to get in at a certain time before it starts distributing, or if it distributes right away. But as soon as someone has, as soon as somebody wins or shows a winning jackpot, let us know in comments. You don't have to dox yourself. You can say, my friend called me and told me he won. I don't know. And then the first person that gets a chance to sacrifice, let us know if that's going through. If not, like I said, I'm going to have to finish work, run home, get on the machine with the actual smart contracts and the owner addresses and tweak it or push it or nudge it. So we very well could be looking at a live stream as soon as I get home. Not able to stake yet, waiting for the wave. Yeah, you won't be able to stake until the contract has checked whether you've hit the jackpot or not, and whether you have claimed or sacrificed the jackpot. Once you've done that, then you are clear to stake. And the reason we did that was so that people wouldn't accidentally sacrifice an NFT or deplete an NFT before they check, if they hit the lottery and they accidentally burn it. We didn't want that to happen. So the lottery goes first, claiming and sacrificing goes first, and then you can lock, deplete. You could vaporize, sacrifice if you wanted to. How much of those, how much does the average soccer ball player get paid that's in the World Cup right now? I mean, I'm sure that different countries vary widely in what they pay their players, but there's got to be like an average amount that soccer ball players get paid, or a minimum. And then there, of course, I'm sure like the superstars are paid some unreal amount. Those are the people we need to be tagging in Pulse Chain and darker matter crystals. I can't believe the price is back up to 74 cents already. The market goes up and down. The sell pressure from the EDI pool pushes it down, and it just keeps popping right back up, like it's determined to make it to $1. And I don't know. I mean, I think it would take like a $700 buy to push it up to $1. I could be wrong. Oh, my mic's over. Hang on. In the World Cup, Bolton prize probably about 80K, going all the way up to like 600K. Crazy money. That's per game. So 80K per game up to 600K per game. Yeah, they should definitely have enough change to gamble and get some, get a bag of some cool coins in Pulse Chain. Not the least of which would be darker matter. Let's maybe get some nuts from Squirrel. Maybe get some neon from Left's team. Maybe come by and take a bite of gelato. Okay, gamble big, win bigger. The one and only Mandingo's in the house. What's up, buddy? Is Retro Static in here? Did I see him? Because I did want to say thank you to Retro Static and thank you to Red Squirrel for their feedback on the header on the website and how it was getting in the way. It's kind of annoying. So we locked it at the top so people can scroll up to the top of any page and see the header there and get to all the stuff there. All right, I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to go in just a little bit. I'm going to have to actually clean carpets. So this is what I did. I drove out to this house. I gave them the estimate. I'm like, hey, this is how much it's going to cost to try and get these puppies clean. Then I was like, hang on 1 minute. So, hey, I'm here. Hello. Yeah, let me know, you and Red Squirrel, let me know if you like that header fix or not. So I said, hey, I haven't had lunch yet. Let me run out to my van and eat a sandwich, and then I'll come out and I'll come back in and I will start cleaning. And that was 50 minutes ago. So they think that either I'm an incredibly slow sandwich eater or I'm taking a nap. but they already paid for the service, so I guess they're stuck. But no, I'll go make their carpets look absolutely beautiful. Um, I'll keep my 5-star reviews on Google and have them mention me by name. That's the thing, is if I get a Google review of 5 stars and they mention my name, then I get like $20. And so sometimes I make more money in Google star reviews than I do in commissions or upsells. But that's just because I have that tism. I got just enough tism to be obsessive and try to get as much damn dirt out of there as possible. He says, yes, much better. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I love the feedback. We don't have many people at all on the website. It's going to be like 50 people out of 750 holders that are minting and checking that website. So we are, what's 750 divided by 50? That's 15. We are 14x away from community participation. It says, how's the jackpot already paid, or is something going to be like in another 20 minutes or so? No, it should have paid out by now. If it hasn't, then it definitely needs a nudge or some nonsense stuck. Or this is also what can happen, especially on Pulse Chain, is the price, the gas can spike, and then you'll have a keeper that isn't programmed to adjust for spikes in price, just get stuck there in the mempool until it gets picked up by one of the validators. So any one of those things could be happening. Bang Bang Pulse Gang, what's up? What's up, Wink Fright? Good to see you. Like I said, I'm gonna have to call this party. I appreciate all of you guys being here, and I appreciate the thumbs up and the shares and all the love. And I will be checking my Telegram as I'm cleaning and asking if anyone has got the jackpot, and if anyone has sacrificed, and if anyone has gone to claim some of that sweet, sweet EDI. But until then, it's just it's a waiting game, and it's coding is hard, and yeah, coding's hard, and coding with money is even harder. So again, I was hoping to see some people say they'd won, that they'd sacrificed, that they'd hit that EDI payout. But until then, I will be in Telegram until I can get home, checking Twitter, and then we'll see where we're at this afternoon. But come hell or high water, we're gonna have some jackpots. We're gonna have some sacrifices. We're gonna have some payouts. We're gonna have some people locking their tokens. Locking their NFTs for 180 days, because honestly, there's the only reason you wouldn't lock your NFT is if you're going to transfer it into a farm, which I don't think those exist yet, or you're going to sell it on an NFT platform, or you're going to deplete it, which depleting it right now would give you very, very little dust, if anything. It'll be very interesting to see how much every one of the fuel cells, how much they all got paid from the FOMO curve. I'm sure it's going to be just a silly small. It's 733 divided by 159,000. So I should do that on my phone, but like I said, it'll mess up my audio. But I love you guys. I'm so glad that we made it here. This is a fun day, even if it's frustrating and we got to work out some kinks and bugs. It's a big day. It's a really big day, and you guys are great. You guys make this community. You guys give this community value, and this community is what gives the token and the network value. And big, really, really thankful for all of you guys being here and sharing this crazy moment with us. So, with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one, and I will be watching for winners on Twitter and in Telegram. And then, like I said, when I get home, if it still hasn't paid out, which I'll definitely, I'll check my stream address, which minted 1,000, and see if it's had a chance to get paid and what's going on. But yeah, this is exciting. This is fun. This is a weird time of the day. for the clock to count down. It's going to be in 11 days, which is, let's see, Monday to Monday, 7, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday at 1:30 is the next one. And then the following Saturday at 1:30, my time, or 12:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time. We should have set it for 3:33 Eastern time. That would have been cool. But either way, have a great day, Cape Fever. Believe in yourself. Like Fright, Retrostatic, Red Squirrel, and Crypto Cat. All you guys, let me know what's going on, and I will, like I said, I'll be in Telegram on my phone, and I'll be on Twitter as I'm vacuuming and scrubbing and getting everything good. Thanks, bye all. Thanks, Max. Bye all. All right, love you guys. See you on the next one. Ciao.